Welcome back. Today I am working on actually some warm season herbs. I don't know that this is the ideal time to plant, but past years I have ended up with very little in terms of leaf growth by the time I need it in July and August for processing and other things. So I'm going to try and do it a little bit earlier this year and see if that makes a difference. Planting plans for today, I have Greek oregano, I have Russian tarragon, thyme, broadleaf sage, garlic chives, parsley, savory, and rosemary. I've had inconsistent, to say the least, luck with herbs in the past. I end up with stuff that either does absolutely nothing or does really well at the beginning, and then by the time I need it to do its thing outside, I've got basically nothing. So, not entirely sure if that is just the way herbs go. I know some plants or some categories are a little bit more difficult to grow, but we're going to see if we can change that this year and hopefully have a decent setup. Use a fair amount of herbs in cooking, so I'm hoping if I have enough of this and have it kind of planned out like I've done this year, I might actually be able to use it throughout the season, which would be awesome. The only thing I don't have on the list for today, because I didn't realize that I was out of the seeds, is dill, which I prefer to use for canning, but since that's not a big deal to pick some of that up, I may pick up some seeds or may just buy it. We'll see. But anyway, that is the plan. Trying to plant as much of the things that I know we need and use as I can, and hopefully try some new things. We will see. Last year I planted chives that did almost nothing, and I planted sage that did almost nothing. So I'm hoping this year if I have a little better setup, that might help. Also trying savory again. I had done the winter savory and summer savory. The seeds I have now just say savory, so I'm going to guess they're the summer variety, but I don't know. Absolutely love them when I first heard about them or discovered them a number of years ago. Have never been able to get it to do much. So hopefully this year we'll change that around as well. Planting 32 cells here. Well, that's not good. There we go. 32 cells of these, and I have another 32 that I'm going to do of basil. My plan is to also throw them in as chicken and rabbit supplements. I know a lot of people will give their chickens access to herbs throughout the season, and last year we started giving just a couple leaves apiece to the rabbits. Basil primarily, and they absolutely loved it. It's kind of a treat in the summer, so I'm going to try that again. So no, I don't need 64 plants of this, but between the humans and the rabbits, I think we'll be about set. So there's our first 4 packs of each. I'm going to do 4 varieties of basil this year. Excuse me. Like I said, we use a lot of it, and use it in a variety of ways. So we'll see how this works. This is another one of those, kind of like a previous video I did with the lettuce. I'm trying to plant in clumps this year. I don't know if that's correct or incorrect. I just know that in the past I have not had great luck with the individual plug style planting for this stuff. I feel like I end up with individual plants that aren't big enough to do anything, and by the time I put them in the ground, I end up planting them as clumps. So I'm going to start with that this year and see how that goes. Excuse me. I'm not terribly careful when I plant this stuff. I know I've seen people that carefully do the seeds and the the planting and all that. I just kind of throw it in and see where it goes. I don't have a real method for it. Possibly why I haven't had great luck, but we'll see. I do have some pelleted seed here. Stuff from, where would this be from? Fairy Morse. The pelleted for the sweet basil. Everything else is just standard. MI Gardener for Mammoth. Excuse me. And the Italian large leaf. So, anyway, there we go. 64. Excuse me. 64 herb plants ready to go on March 3rd of 2024. Thanks for watching.